Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
A pick in the telecom sector as well as a mining play this week in Zacks top picks of the week. Joining me this week is Nina Mishra and Eric Dutram. And you guys have two great stocks for us to take a look at. First, Nina, why don't you tell us about yours? It's a play in the telco space, right?
Yes, we are talking about Qualcomm. The ticker is QCOM. It's a leading developer of mobile technologies. Their chips are used in most popular smartphones around the world. They reported excellent results for the last quarter, beating both on top and bottom lines. And shares, in fact, surge after the report, but I expect this uptrend to continue for several reasons. First of all, China is becoming a bright spot for the company. They reported many new licensing deals with several handset makers, so that is good for chips demand. Then last week, they unveiled a new prototype for a virtual reality headset, which does not require pairing with a smartphone or a PC. They say that this kind of standalone or all-in-one headset is very good for better resolution and more immersive experience. So that's going to be a good major revenue driver. They also reportedly they hold largest number of patents for Internet of Things technologies. So that's also going to be a major revenue driver going forward.
So several good long-term ideas for Qualcomm as well as the short-term with that good earning speed as well.
Yes, and since I manage the income investor service, I have to look at dividends as well. Their dividend yield is about 3.4% as of now, which is great because not many tech companies have that kind of juicy dividend yield. So that is also good. And they have about 31 billion of cash and marketable securities on their balance sheet. So this trend of growing dividends should continue, I think. Earlier this year, they had increased their dividend by 10%. Now, chips are hot these days. So the industry rank is also 103 out of 265 Zacks Industries. That's top 39%. It's a Zacks rank number 2 stock with a VGM score of B and 3.4% dividend yield, as I mentioned. And I hold it in income investor portfolio.
In the income investor portfolio, and I noticed that it has a very paltry 16 times forward earnings multiple.
That also looks
That's
very good.
below the historic range of the market, right? But going a different direction altogether, Eric, you have a miner.
That's
right. This miner has a major PE, doesn't it?
That's right, a PE above 60. I know you're a value investor, Brian, so that concerns you.
I love the value.
Definitely, but there's actually a couple reasons to look at Pan American Silver right here at these levels. We've seen some weakness in the economy lately with a couple key metrics kind of coming in a bit sluggish. ISM numbers, the wage growth numbers were a little below what a lot of people were expecting. So I think we're probably not going to see a rate hike here, and people are going to look back to the metals and some of the mining names, especially in the short term here. Pan American, along with the rest of the silver market, has really kind of sold off here as of late. So this could be a very interesting pick, especially if we look to some of the fundamentals here beyond the PE ratio. It does have a top 5% industry rank for silver miners, so that's definitely something you want to see. And the stock is a Zacks rank number 1 right now, just got upgraded to number 1 territory. Used to be just a regular buy, now it's a strong buy. And if we look to this, the chart right here, we can see the consensus estimate trend here over the last 2 months. As we can see, 300% change over the past 2 months for the current quarter. And for the full year, we see this really impressive number, consensus estimate of about 2 cents a share 60 days ago, and now 30 cents a share right now. That's a 1,400% increase in just the past 2 months. In other words, Pan American Silver, their future is as bright as your jacket right now. So it's definitely a very good trend for Pan American Silver, and that's why I like it as a short-term play. And then just one other thing to note, Brian, for Qualcomm, that is actually in the surprise trader, so I second everything Nina said about that pick as well.
Gosh, all things turning up Eric today. Of course, silver and Scarlet quite the color combination. My favorite, personally.
Of course.
But thank you guys for both your stock picks. As always, you can head back to Zacks.com for more information on these stocks, a bunch of other stocks, stock picking strategies, and all sorts of things in and around the investment world. So if you're watching this video, head on over to the Zacks.com homepage, and we'll hope to see you again next week for more top stock picks of the week.